people don't want to do this. But I'm letting you know, when you do, you help your plant, you would definitely be able to see a difference. This is a corn stalk plant here, and this is the way that you take care of a corn stalk plant. Pretty much letting y'all know, this is how you take care of all plants. You don't want to see too much dead. Now, there's a story behind this plant, this corn stalk. I was driving into my complex and seeing this John sitting basically on the side of the road, kind of near the trash. And what do you do as a plant person? I'm not special. We not special out here. Everybody, if you like plants, you see a plant looking like you got a little bit of life, you jump out and get that John. Especially if it's in a trash can. There's nobody to ask. So the person actually seen me taking the plant. You know, I was carrying it like this. I could only imagine how I looked at the time, but I was just trying to get it into safety. And I could also tell that it was an easy fix. The person kind of wanted to put this plant at the front of their door, you know, outside. Still, you know, winter, still winter. Don't get tripped out. If you're down south, guys, it's still winter. Nighttime is still below frost, so you still got to be careful. You have to bring in your houseplants. This is a corn stalk, right? So it is a house plant. It's a tropical plant. That means we're not in Florida. We're not in Hawaii, or I'd say certain parts of Florida. We're not in Hawaii, right? We can't keep this outside all year round. You gotta bring it in. And these plants grow huge. These plants grow really, 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 really big. So this is what I'm doing. This was the next step. This is about day number 4. Got this guy from the dumpster. Day number 4, I seen a lot of life on it. Before I continue, I just want to show you guys here this life, y'all. I was like, oh nah, we ain't doing that. So it's a lot of life on it. I'm just cutting it back, as you see. Especially this stalk right here. Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice. Now when we get up higher, there are a few troubles. This one is very, very questionable, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm going to repot it. I'm gonna continue to water it, or actually water it, because I haven't watered it. I've been getting it acclimated. I haven't watered it. I've been actually getting it acclimated to the temperature of my place, our dwellings here, the temperature and the energy and the frequency. So anytime, of course, guys, we always speak about frequency. Anytime you bring a new plant in your house, even in your garden outside, but that's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that. But when you bring a new plant in the house, you want to allow the frequencies to match, right? So this one is probably, it's still vibrating, y'all. This is a plant, so it is still vibrating way higher than I ever could. But we can get it higher. We can get that frequency higher. And what my man on Outcast say, Andre 3000, vibrate higher. We can get it to vibrate higher. So, and that's the love. That's the love. Just imagine how many plants have been thrown away because of a simple, small frost like this plant. Almost, it would have died if I didn't come and get it, but you know, we got it in time. So there is life. There will be life. How many times do we throw away our precious plants because we are just not, it's not about the knowledge. I want to get this out of our heads. It's not about school. It's not about the books. It's about your frequency. We throwing our plants away because we're not on the same frequency as they are. We always trying to change something and do something, and no, sometimes you have to adapt to the frequency of the plant. So that is what you always do. And allow it when it's a little sickly, when things are going down, you help it to vibrate higher. You do not let it just go, all right? So, very, very nice. It's gonna look naked, I'm telling you. It's gonna look mad naked after this, because a lot of it is like not doing well at all. At all. It's doing terrible. Oh, see, and as I was about to say that, there is one thing with these cornstalk plants, that's why you don't want to throw it away. Either way, even you see the foliage, it's not about that. With most plants, it's about their roots. With cornstalk plants, it's about their stalk. Now let me show you something. This is that stalk that we're looking for. You see that new growth right here? You see that? That is new growth. And that is what we're looking for. That is new growth, and that is what we're looking for. Believe it or not, somebody would toss this because look, if you don't get on the frequency, you can't slow down to see that. You can't slow down to see these nodes coming out right here, and one trying to come out right here as well, and everywhere else on this cornstalk plant, as well as these other stalks. And we do remember the first rule of frequency gardening, being a frequency grower. What is that? Being a frequency grower, what is that? The first rule is to slow down. Slow down and be conscious. Slow down, be conscious. What does that mean? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let me chill real quick before I go ahead and toss you in the whole garbage. Let me see if you're salvageable. Let me see if I see any green, just like I showed you guys. This is one very, very crucial way. This is a very, very easy way that you can tell if your cornstalk plant is alive, because you will see the green. You'll see it. It's not trying to hide from you. It actually wants to show you. It's coming out for a reason like that. It's protruding out for a reason. Yes, sir. My son needs some clothes. I'll be right back, guys. We are back. So, like I said, so the first rule is to slow down, and when you slow down, you kind of hear the music. It's almost a music that nature gives, that you can actually feel. It's a difference. You use different senses. Don't believe what you hear in the books, I'm telling you. I'm letting y'all know that. Y'all should know that by now. Being with Peacenplants, we understand. Do not believe what the books say, because nature changes. They call it global warming. They call it all kinds of things. That's why the temperatures change, right? It's not the same temperature as it was today, last year, or the year before. And it will never be that way. It'll always change. Nature always changes. Very therapeutic, if you think about it. You can relate it to your life, and you can embrace change. I have a pair of socks that says embrace change, and I'm really talking about the change that we're speaking of right now with nature. Slowing down, understanding the change. Even if you don't understand it, just step back and let it do what it do. You see what I'm saying? Let it do what it do. Alright, this whole stalk is gone. But what did I tell you? What matters? That node right there. It's about to come right out. We'll do videos and I'll show you how serious this thing is. It's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game. They selling you a dream, yo. I'm telling you. I've been doing this plant thing for a while. Anybody that knows me will tell you. And I always talk about where I come from. I'm from North Philly all day. And where I come from, this is not common, especially to take it as far as I have. to take the frequency as far as I have, to allow the frequency to take me as far as it has. And I never dealt with pesticides and herbicides and all kind of genocides. I don't deal with that. We don't deal with insecticides and all kinds of things. We don't do that because we don't have to. We deal with preventative measures because let me tell you, where I come from, don't nobody got no money to be dealing with all this IPM, integrated pest management. Don't nobody got all this money to get all these weed killers. Don't nobody got this extra money to, you know what I mean, figure out this and this and chemical and all that. Nah. We don't do that. Never have. And I've always been successful with our growths, with our harvests. Our harvests have always been successful because we step back and allow it to do what it do. And guys, it may still go through something where you'll start to see that these two stalks, these are actually two new leaves coming out. These are two new stalks coming out here from this one stalk. But these two may go ahead and die. They may. They look terrible. They look horrible. They might absolutely just die. But what did I tell you? The leaves might die, but that stalk won't. It's about that stalk with the cornstalk plant, y'all. And this was a surprise, all right? I wasn't expecting to pick up the cornstalk plant because I really don't deal in that too much. Love them, but I just haven't gone that way. But I guess nature and the vibration has brought this one to me. And we don't say no. It's like animal lovers, right? Animal lovers, man, listen. I come from a high school where, listen, it's an agricultural high school. Saul High School, S-A-U-L, high school for agricultural sciences, right in Philly. Right in Philly. Look it up, y'all. But I got friends, man, that would die for their dogs. You hear me? So they get it. And I know y'all do too. And we just give thanks. We just give thanks for the grace that God has given us to understand these plants. Right? For the wisdom that God has shown us for these plants to actually even just be here. Right? So many things that plants are beneficial for. So many things, man. That's when you know it's something good. It ain't just one thing. It's not just one thing. And that's usually how herbs are, right? You want to use herbs. You want to cure yourself if you have a cold or whatever with herbs. Whatever herb you're using, yeah, it probably does have a prominent chemical in it or exactly what you need to feel better, but it can also cure something else. Always remember that. Each and every herb. It's not just one thing. Now, I want y'all to look at this for real. On some real, seriously. We done. Yo, we done. Yo. Let me show y'all this. It's a reason I left each and every one. It's a reason why I cut each and every leaf the way I did. Look at my pile right here. Look at my pile right here. Okay? Okay? This is my pile. Do not mess with my pile, okay? But you see that soil right there? Look at this. Look at the soil. But it's cool. It's like corn. It's like a husk, cocoa husk. They call it husk, right? Everybody got a different name for it. I'm more familiar with the name of husk. Thank you very much. So, beautiful. Nice. So guys, I hope we like this video with the corn stalk. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And just remember, do not toss your plants out before you slow down. Never toss out your plants before you slow down. Because I'm letting you know, 95% of the plants out here that are so-called dead in the garbage are completely alive and just need someone to be on the frequency and to understand them and to save them. Much love. Peace and plants.